Hey everybody, I'm Eddie the Kenworth Guy. Thanks for coming by the channel today. So a little bit different video for you guys here today. We have a special guest with us here. We have Chris Ringland. He's with Jade Transport. And Chris, tell me a little bit about yourself. You've been working for Jade for how long?
I've been working with Jade for 17 years.
Yeah.
I'm a mechanic in their shop.
Okay.
I do lots of their projects, maintenance, stuff like that. So
yeah. And so that's kind of why we're here today. We're going to be looking at a project that you worked on.
Yeah. So
this one right here.
This one right here.
Unit 312.
Yeah.
So tell me about it. It's a
2018 glider, W900L.
Yeah.
Flat glass.
Nice.
Got ordered in as a day cab.
Okay.
And then we put an aftermarket sleeper onto it.
The bunk was that came out of Ottawa, I think, right?
Yeah, from a guy named Phil Langevin.
Yeah, P.A. Langevin.
P.A. Langevin.
Yeah, so he makes that bunk.
He makes the bunk, and then we got it from him and put it on.
You guys put it on?
Yeah.
So there's a bunk company that I've seen, Starburst. Mercury. Mercury, they make a bunk, so this is kind of the same.
This is kind of a similar thing. Okay. Obviously, Mercury doesn't make them anymore, but right. This is going back to the old school Mercury style.
Yeah, this is an old school truck.
Yeah.
So what would at Jade, what would they call this truck?
We actually don't really have a nickname for it, really. Don't? No.
Oh, I thought that I heard that it was called Toaster.
Toaster.
Yeah.
Some guys call it that. Some guys call it Shiny Hiney.
The Shiny Hiney.
You know, just some trucks they just get names.
Yeah.
Picked out and they stick with it for some reason. This one really hasn't.
I always thought this one was called Toaster or Shiny Hiney. I never heard that one yet.
Yeah,
but I like it.
Those are a couple of them thrown around at it. So
that's funny. That's funny. So. When you were doing the build on this here, it was a glider. It came in as a day cab.
Yeah.
What was your involvement in it?
My involvement was basically overseeing the whole project and building it with like other guys at Jade. Yeah. With the other mechanics. You know,
so you had like Billy on it.
Billy, yeah, he does most of our engine stuff. Yeah. You know, old school gravel guy. Yeah. You know, glad to have him on our team and. Yeah. You know, and just Austin too? Was he on this one Austin was on this one a little bit, but basically everybody has their hand in it at Jade, and so. And then the paint, quite a bit of like pinstriping. Pinstriping done, yeah. That was done down south. Oh, was it? Okay. And then actually, Ian from Von Knob has done some touch-up work and done some on the fenders too. Okay. So. Von Knob's done quite a bit of stuff for you guys. Yeah, he's done a lot of our pinstriping now. So I thought he would have done it on this one here. He did some of it. Yeah, but not originally. Not originally. Yeah. So what would you say was the most challenging thing for you to do on this build? I think probably the most challenging one for us was, so this is classified as an industrial engine from a fire truck. Oh, really? So it came without Jake brakes, so we had to find the way to put Jake brakes onto it for a highway truck. Really? So Bill actually did all that work, had to change the cam out, had to get the housings and everything, so. Yeah. So, wow, that's interesting. I didn't know you could add those on after. Yeah, so that was probably one of the biggest ones that we. So we'll open up the hood here in a minute, but what engine is in this truck? So this is actually a 665 industrial engine from a fire truck, Detroit Series 60. Yeah. And then we put Jakes onto it and then put a 79 millimeter turbo on it. Okay. So what, I've heard rumors of the horsepower of this. Do we know what it's pegged at? Probably around 700. Yeah, pushing 700 horse, okay. Well, I know when we pulled it into the showroom here, it took a day or so for the air to clear because of all the black smoke coming out of it. That's a Detroit for you. Right on. So what would you say is your favorite part of the build on this truck? What was your most fun thing to work on when you're doing this? Probably the sleeper. Doing the sleeper? Doing the sleeper. What'd you do on the sleeper? So we had to get mounts for it. Okay. Had to drill a frame for mounts, had to mount it on there.
Yeah.
Had to do the cutout on the back wall.
Okay. Yeah. So it has a pass through.
Yeah. And then we had to do all the interior on it.
So the interior was all custom.
It's all custom interior.
Yeah. It looks good. I love the tan. It's a nice touch.
Yeah.
What would you say is your favorite part of the truck? Like as far as like looking at the truck, what just makes the truck stand out for you? Obviously the bunk is kind of, in my opinion, that is kind of a standout thing of the truck. But you know, what's your favorite part of the truck?
To me, it's probably the engine.
The engine, nice.
Just because of what it is.
So unique.
It's so unique.
Yeah.
Like you can have regular Series 60, but the fact that this one was so different from what we've done.
Yeah. The other thing too, I heard about the transmission on there has a different type of shifter inside there.
Yeah.
It's an 18-speed with a 13-speed old school shifter or something.
Yeah, so it's 18-speed, 13-speed shift head with a plunger on it.
Yeah, so you just split the bottom like an 18, but it's the old school.
The old school 13-speed shifter on it.
That's cool. So. That's neat. So what would the truck be hauling typically? Like what's like I know Jade, they're in the tanker business, but like what would this truck be kind of on as far as a regular haul and like the routes it would be going?
Usually regular routes for Dennis, the driver of the truck. Usually,
Dennis Durand. Yeah.
Usually he likes doing Kankakees to Regina's, hauling Texapon.
Okay.
But he does do the odd other loads if he's got to go to a show somewhere else or.
Yeah. Cool. And speaking of shows, this truck has won quite a few awards.
Yeah.
It's been featured in some magazines, I've heard.
It's been featured in 10-4 magazine, has 2 pages in nice. There. As for awards, it's won multiple awards at different shows. You know,
what would be kind of like some of the big shows where it's won some awards?
Big shows would be like Mid-American Truck Show. It's won second and third places there.
Wow.
Huron.
Yeah.
Numerous of other shows.
Yeah. Probably like I know Dennis, the driver of the truck, we had a conversation and he was listing off all the places where it's won, you know, first in show or second in show, second in interior, first in interior, all of this kind of stuff. And like probably like 10 or 12 awards.
Oh yeah.
From different shows.
10
or 12 shows where he's won. Yeah. And at some shows he's won more than one award.
More than one, yeah.
That's cool. So let's take a minute and let's talk about your experience at Jade. What's it like working at Jade as a tech?
It's a really wonderful place to work for.
Yeah.
You get treated like family there. Everybody treats each other with respect and, you know.
I get that because, you know, obviously I sell the trucks to Jade, and I feel like I'm part of the family too.
Exactly.
You know, it's so I can definitely say that you know, working with you guys as a client, but it doesn't even feel like a client. It's like
it's more like a family.
Like not even friends, like family. So I get that. And so you've seen we've talked about videos. I've been doing trucks on YouTube here for a while, and I've worked with Shift products quite a bit, and I see some Shift products kind of dressed on this truck. Let's talk about Shift for a bit. You do. What's your involvement with Shift?
My involvement with Shift is I install most of their parts. Yeah. Like if they have trucks come in, we'll install all parts. I'll help them design stuff too. Yeah. Like to make stuff fit properly and look good. Have
you done any designs that like an idea that maybe came up, like the Kenworth turn signals on the fenders, like that's a Shift idea. Have you come up with an idea that is kind of being used or just kind of it's a group effort?
It's kind of a group effort. Like we all take everybody's ideas and build off of it. Like this will look nicer, that'll work better this way. And so we released a AJP bracket last year, which is actually Austin came up with the design. Yeah. And now they're selling it as an AJP. So Austin Pearson, don't know his middle initial, but
James, we'll say it's James.
Yeah, so AJP for his initials, right? So,
that's cool. Well, that's neat. I want an AW design for something. I got to come up with something though. All right, so we're going to shift gears here for a minute and do kind of the typical Kenworth Guy video where I do a walk around, talk about the truck. But Chris is going to kind of help me out because this truck is more, he's more knowledgeable than I am. So yeah, let's see what we're looking at today. All right, so we're gonna do the typical videos that you guys watch here, but with the help of Chris here. So Chris, let's take a look at the truck here. So looking up at the front, I can see that has a standard 7 grill bars across the front that well, it's actually not standard, but I order trucks with the 7 typically. We got a custom badge up here. So did you take the red out of that?
No, that is actually an Icon badge.
Right, yes. So
that we have swapped over.
And I was gonna mention that because there's some parts on here that are from the Icon 900. And so the badging there and the badging along the side as well.
Yeah.
So that's kind of neat. So that bumper is not a factory bumper, I can tell you that.
That's an aftermarket bumper that we've had made through Shift.
Okay, so it's a Shift bumper with the watermelons. So those are the glow bulbs.
The glow bulbs.
Yep. And then also there's a light underglow on it too.
Yeah.
You're not going to notice today. It's just beautiful sunny out.
Yeah,
so.
but if you actually want to see it, Shift actually just released it.
Oh, really?
As a 3 watermelon reverse light on the bumper. So
you could put like a Revolution in there and like have it for like shine a different color. Is that what you mean by 3?
3 watermelons. So we take
3 watermelons.
Yeah, but you can get the dual Revolution, so you can get different colors.
Yeah, like blue and
green and
yeah, nice. Yeah, green of course. For Jade.
Yeah.
Headlights. We got the JW speakers heated in there. By the look of that.
Yeah.
Turn signals up on the fenders. That's from Shift. So there's that pinstriping we were talking about. So that's pretty old school. That's painted on, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Looking large. And then the turn signals with the glow bulbs. This is sitting a little lower than factory.
Yeah, we lowered the front end.
Yeah.
We've actually took the blocks out and took 1 leaf out.
Okay.
So to get it really low.
Is it sitting on air or no? Just
no air on this one.
Nice. So it's always Always low.
Yeah.
Gotta love it. There's another icon badge there. No stainless panel there. That's a painted one. Nice and clean underneath the cab. So those guys there on the bottom, those are, what would you call those lights?
We call those a billet light bracket.
So that's a billet light bracket there down low. And then on the air cleaners, we got the air cleaners I like to put on the preferred fit element with the bolts on the inside. And then no air elephant here, so you can get these 3 watermelons on the front. Did you guys do them on the back too?
We have the one watermelon, which is brand new part for shift.
Yeah, look at that. So that's a new dual-sided part there. So that's is that hooked up to a turn signal or just on?
We do have it hooked up to a turn signal.
Okay, well that's cool. So and then you got the light up here as well for the turn signal. So it is the flat glass, of course, like you said. So you got the flat glass, and then you got your visor up there. What would that visor be called?
That'll be a shift bow tie visor.
Bow tie visor, yeah. And then you got the billet lights up on the roof there. Tell me about these pipes.
These pipes are 6-inch Lincoln Chrome A model elbows.
Yeah. So that's like the old A model.
Yeah.
You know, that's cool. You don't see that nowadays.
No.
And here's that bunk. Well, how big would this bunk be? Looks like about a 62.
62.
60 or 62. Yeah, okay. It ain't no condo.
No.
And where's the DEF tank? Yeah. No, so no DEF on this truck because it's a glider, pre-emissions.
Pre-emissions.
And then we got a 150-gallon fuel tank there, all polished up nice. And a big thank you to Dennis for getting this all shined
cleaned up.
Oh yeah, he did a good job. Yeah. Let's take a step into the restricted zone here. So this is we got the stainless deck plate in here. It's all pleated. I really like that. That's a cool touch to it.
Pleated to match the back of the sleeper.
Oh, nice. So the spacing on the back there, it just, well, maybe not spaced the same, but it's just a matching pleat.
It flows through the.
Flows. Looks good. I like that. You got the airline box here too with the lights in it.
Yeah.
The billets with the red in there. And then quick coupler connectors for your airlines. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so we have airlines and then in transit because we heat our trailers.
Yep.
Some loads need to be heated.
Okay. Okay. And then we got more lighting underneath there, and then there's more pinstriping on the frame. So this is a nice slab of frame here. So this is a long wheelbase. What's this one sitting on?
This one's 280.
280 inch. Okay. Right on. And then now we're looking at those fenders. So this is the new style fender that you guys
This is the new style fender.
Nice. This one used to have the 2 butt joint half fenders, but now this is a one piece, eh?
Yeah.
Nice. So tell me what's different on this type of fender.
On this type of fender, obviously, like Andy was saying, it's 1 piece now, not 2 piece.
Yeah.
And on this fender, we have made it so that you have a Kenworth side and then Peterbilt side.
Okay, so it'll mount to both.
So it can mount to both.
It's a universal mount.
Yeah.
Well,
Universal mount.
That's handy.
These fenders aren't quite released yet. We're still working out some stuff with them.
Okay.
But hopefully by April we'll have them released.
Right on. Right on. This is sitting on AG400L, the low airleaf style suspension that we got here. What rear ends are on this here? Was this a rolling glider?
This was a rolling glider.
So it had drives on it from the factory, and then this would be like what diffs were on here? The Dana Spicers.
I believe so.
I think our glider program only had Dana when we were doing gliders. We haven't done gliders. We haven't done gliders since 2019. So I know there's probably people wanting to comment on this video saying, "I want a glider." Sorry. The program's done. Can't get them anymore.
we all want gliders, but we can't get them.
Yeah. All right. So that's the fenders there. Beautifully polished up rims with the moons and nut covers there. Aluminum fifth wheel head. Look at how polished and shined up that is. That looks nice. Nice fixed fifth wheel. And then this is a nice touch too. When the deck plate closes out the back end of the frame too. Like that looks really, really nice. So you were involved in installing all this stuff.
Yeah.
Wow. How long? Oh, I didn't even realize the tailboard has the pleats in it too. Just the details. Love that. That is so cool. I love it when it's all consistent. That looks good. And then there's the so Von Knob would have done these ones.
Yeah, Von Knob did these ones
because this was not on the original fenders. So yeah, no, that looks really, really sharp. Yeah, so all of this stuff here, like you installed the fenders, you installed the deck plate, the tailboard, all this stuff, the bunk. How much time would you have spent on doing this build?
It's probably about 3 months of work.
Wow.
Like nonstop working on
every
it.
Every day, 6 days a week?
5-6 days a week, yeah.
Wow. Oh, it shows. It's awesome. So, all right, so as we're walking back here, we got another nice clean side, no emissions. We do have this scripture verse on the back here, Ephesians 3:12, and that reads, "In whom we have boldness and access with confidence through our faith in Him." So, talking about boldness, this truck is sure bold.
Oh yeah, it really gets attention on the road.
Oh yeah, and that's neat that the scripture verse is on the back there, and that if it's getting attention from what the truck is drawing people to see it, and then they see that and they what is that verse? And yeah, that's a really cool thing. Love it. So it's pretty much the nice thing about the old school trucks is the right side and the left side are pretty much the same. So let's open up the hood and let's see your favorite part of this truck.
This thing is...
It's tight?
Yeah.
Okay, let's team effort. All right, so hood's open now. We can kind of see a little clearer underneath here. We got disc brakes on this truck. I don't know if the back
is disc
all the way around on this truck. You can see those watermelons kind of down low. So those are for the underglow. Let's talk about this engine for a second here. You were saying this is
it's a 665 industrial engine meant for a fire truck.
Okay.
That we've turned into an on-highway truck with putting jakes onto it. Wow. It never came with jakes.
She shined up nice too. All the intake pipes and coolant is all nice and shiny. It's a way to do it, man. It's a way to do it. Let's look on the other side. Just take a look at that big turbo you were talking about. Whew. Look at how shiny that thing is. Wow. Hot side, there's the turbo, and oil fill is on this side.
Oil fill. Yeah. And then we remote mounted the oil filters.
Okay.
That's actually what came with this engine.
Oh, really?
When we bought the engine, because they remote mount their oil filters on the fire trucks.
Okay.
So we
easier access to
change. So we went with the same
idea.
Thing, something different. And
that's different. Just don't let a rock hit it.
Yeah.
Well, this thing ain't doing any off-roading.
No.
So cool. Well, let's close up the hood and we'll take a look on the inside.
Okay.
All right, so we're sitting inside the truck here now. We even got pinstriping on the dash. How cool is that? So this interior was all custom. So you guys changed out the headliner.
We recovered the headliner.
Oh, you did? Okay.
So we took the headliner out of it and then sent it off to get it recovered.
Oh, wow.
But everything in the bunk we had to make brand new panels for.
Yeah.
And then cover them the same material as the headliner. And
nice. So as far as the in-cab area, what's some of your favorite things on the inside here?
Probably the interior, the tan interior.
Tan color.
You don't see it too often anymore.
Yeah.
It gives it a real old school look.
Yeah, it is for sure. And these seats are just pretty wild looking. You gotta love that. So what kind of seat would that be? That looks like a Sears seat.
This is a Sears seat recovered.
Yeah. Wow, that looks really cool. And then there's that shifter that we were talking about. That is something you don't see. And she's stubby too, hey?
Yeah, short one.
Yeah.
That sort split your gears here and then range on the pull. So.
Yeah. No, that's right on. Cool. So that's kind of the cab area. It's the Diamond VIT from the factory, obviously, because we got the wood grain dash, and then the diamonds were all changed out after the fact. We got a wooden wheel
painted green.
Painted green with metal flake in there. Gotta love that. Match the truck. Chrome covers on all the switches there. That's cool. And then we got the black dash, obviously, right there. And you guys even put it in the door panel too.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's really nice. Nice work. Let's take a look in the bunk here for a sec. So in the bunk here, there we go. We got some light back here now. So we got all this diamond stitching, and so this is all custom interior. And I love that green glow light. That is so cool. And you put that all in the cab. How many penny lights are inside here? What'd you figure?
Probably 20 or 25 penny lights.
That's so cool. That's really neat. So what's with this this little pipe sticking up?
That's a heater.
Okay, that's like for the S-bar.
Actually, there's actually a
the truck vent.
The truck vent.
Oh yeah.
He actually puts a RV style heater in it.
Okay, that's cool. Something different. And we've got the open closet here, just to kind of stuff into. Right on. And then we got this different material in the middle. That's cool. Right on. Back wall. So you had to trim everything out in here, eh?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's cool. And then as far as the flooring, we got this kind of tweed material on the floor.
Yeah, changed the carpet in the cab too.
So you would have had the seats out and everything
out, and
you ripped all the carpet out and put this in.
Put this in.
Nice. Right on. Cool. Well, that is awesome. Right there. All right, so that's it for this week's video. I know it's a little bit of a longer one, but that's okay. It's kind of fun bringing different content to you guys. So, hey, I wanted to just say a big thank you to Larry at Jade Transport for letting us feature this truck. For one, two, letting us put it in our showroom to kind of keep it out of the elements this winter. And again, a big thank you to Chris for joining me on this week's video and being so kind to do this interview. So if you want to check out the social media of Jade Transport, I'll put all the links in the description below, and also put it up on the screen here. You can check out Jade Transport on all the social media platforms, as well as Shift Products, who's dressed this truck up beautifully. And you can also check out my social media. You can just go to thekenworthguy.com and give this video a like and subscribe if you're into it. And we will see you on next week's video. Thanks so much for coming by, and have yourself the world's best day.